I've really got to get better doing outros. I don't really know what to say after them. So anyway. Earlier this year, so it already passed. Unstated is that it passed while I was stuck in the hospital. That was a particularly low point of the experience. Conversation with her dries up as quickly as expected. It isn't long before Lillys finished preparing our drinks, setting down the 3 teacups in front of us. I'll be right back. I don't know if I read that anyway. Picked mine up, immediately noticing a much stronger aroma and taste than the tea we've been having. Huh, it tastes different than the tea we have in school. It's a different variety, rather than the kind we've been having. You've never tasted orange jaipa before? Okay. Not that I can remember. I usually drink coffee after all, like when we were in town. This is nice though. As we settle down and sip, Hanako seems to become more relaxed, or at least a bit less tense about my presence. We all finish our cups at about the same time, with Hanako failing rather badly at hiding her anticipation for the cake that's sitting to the side, begging to be eaten. Come to think of it, I'm feeling very eager myself. First things first though. Lily? Yes, now it's good. Each of us know exactly what the other means. I lean sideways and dig around in my bag for the doll I bought Hanako as Lily gets up and retrieves her gift. Hiding our gift on our hands, we present them both on the table at the same time. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Hanako suddenly sits looking at them for seconds on end out of sheer surprise. My little wooden doll, replete with Victorian-era dress and little hat, lies next to a light brown and fluffy stuffed bear from Lily. She clutches at her gown as she moves to speak, not taking her eye off the modest present. Thank you, Lily and Hisao. Aww! Her voice begins to crack as Lily reaches forward, wrapping her in a soft embrace. Aww! The sight of Hanako holding Lily so tightly is heartwarming, so much so that I couldn't wipe the smile off my face even if I wanted to. Every other YouTuber I've seen do this video is like, hey, time for some porn. Nope. As Lily gently rests her face on Hanako's head, she speaks so quietly and softly that I can barely hear her. Happy birthday, Hanako. Happy birthday. Hanako gives a small nod, holding onto Lily for a time before breaking off and wiping an eye. I guess that for Hanako, simply having someone, anyone to be there and love her would be special. The fact that Lily and I can now share that role for her is something I think I will always be grateful for. Oh, I never noticed the tear. Oh, it's a different doll this time. Hanako gently takes the doll and teddy bear, holding them both to her chest as she warmly smiles. For a long time, all 3 of us simply sit in happy silence. The quiet is not broken until Lily's soft voice beckons. Shall we have at the cake then? Cake! Is it ice cream cake? Her proposal is met with 2 looks of unhidden anticipation. No argument from me. Okay. Right. Phew, that was good. I contentedly sit back, both Lily and Hanako looking just as satisfied with the food as I. It took some effort, but we managed to finish off the cake in one go. I don't think I could fit any more in. I think next time I'll buy a smaller cake. Hanako and I give a chuckle, but I can't help noticing that come this time next year, we'll have graduated from Yamaku. The fact is somewhat depressing, since I finally feel as if my life is starting to get back into some kind of order. Idly looking around Lily's neat and orderly room, her books catch my eye once again. This may be a little impetuous, but my curiosity gets the better of me. Besides, I don't think she'll mind in any case. Hey Lily, do you mind if I take a look at one of your books? You're quite welcome to, Hisao. That said, if you can overcome 2 language barriers, I would be quite impressed. 2, Braille and alright English. She gives a nod. I knew you were studying English, but I'm still amazed that you're this proficient at it. One could say that's a perfect way to avoid people borrowing my collection. She says it in jest, but I am a little disappointed. Having all these books around me with no way of reading them feels like one big tease. Hanako giggles quietly as I reach over the closest pile, plucking the topmost book, with only a curiosity glance. Death on the Nile, in large letters on the cover, is the only printed text to be seen. Yo. Na na. Na 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 na. I sit down for a while with the book open on my lap as Lily and Hanako talk. Try as I might to feel like the dots of braille printed on each page, they seem to blend into one another and become indistinct. I thought this would be a lot easier than it actually is. With some practice though, I could see someone with a better sense of touch than mine managing to read at a pretty fast speed. Noticing a silence I had probably begun earlier, I look up from the dotted pages to see Lily smiling as Hanako sips another cup of tea. Is something wrong? Quite the opposite. Your curiosity is quite endearing. I am inordinately pleased by the praise, though I can feel my cheeks heating up a little. Yeah, I'm very curious too. Thanks, but I don't know how else I could act. To be honest, I wasn't altogether sure of how you saw us, since you were a new transfer student from another school. If you pitied us, I would have been quite offended. There's a certain edge to Lily's voice, one that quite possibly places pride. Glancing over to Hanako, she seems even more subdued than usual, looking towards Lily rather than me. I wouldn't worry about that, considering the position I found myself in. I'm perhaps the last person that should be dispensing pity on others. My parents' first interaction with me after my heart attack, I wouldn't want anyone to see that kind of face. Catch myself from going any further, but not soon enough. Both of the girls seem to be put off, Lily especially. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone that far. Yeah, I just noticed, you can see a little bit when her cheeks blush, a little tiny bit. There you go, you see it? Right where my mouse is. You can see it here and a little bit here, but her hair is covering it. Mostly here. Just noticed that. It's kinda cool. An awkward silence ranged for a few beats, thankfully ended as Lily's head perks up in a gesture I've come to easily recognize. Hear something? The door. Everyone looks towards it, trusting in Lily's senses. True enough, the door handle shudders and turns, a flash of yellow and black flipping through. Akira Satoru is in the house! Happy birthday, Hanako! Thank you. Tokabi. Akira takes a seat at the table as she plops a tall bag beside her. She has a trademark boisterous air about her, making no small deal of her entrance. Hanako clutches her gown to steady herself, but she doesn't appear too shaken after she settles down. I guess she must have met Akira before, not a huge surprise given how close Akira and Lily are. Akira doesn't seem to be least put off by Hanako's scarring, despite its promise, but she also doesn't pull any punches in how she acts despite Hanako's shy nature. I thought you said you have to work, Akira. Did you manage to get off for a while? Kinda. I feel bad about ditching the guys during overtime, so I gotta get back soon. But I felt bad about coming to your cute little Hanako birthday too, so for now I'm here. She grins widely at Hanako, who flowers into a full bush as she pins her eyes downward towards her lap. Her mouth seems to widen and retract over and over as if she was trying to suppress a smile out of embarrassment. It's a little strange how her reactions seem to be more immediate and forceful than when she's embarrassed by the way she looks. All she manages to give in return is a tiny nod, failing to hide appreciation to a great extent. Dude, you gotta love this music. It's so upbeat and heartwarming. Not that many people give her positive attention. I suppose it makes me respect how well Akira can handle her, making her so happy compared to what little I could do. Now then, before I go. She reaches into her bag beside her and grandly displays its contents. Oh no. 1991. Out come 2 large glass bottles, both with French names on the label. There's a Choubaple and un baguette. I'm just kidding. Hanako's expression is an odd mix of surprise and curiosity, and I suspect mine's no different. Lily, not seeing the procedures, is oblivious to what's going on. Akira, this isn't... What is it? Wine. 1 red, 1 white. Akira, that's... Relax. It's not like Shizune's here to scold you. Lily has a point. That's not exactly allowed on campus. Well, anywhere, really. We're still short of the legal drinking age, remember? Which word for someone practically drooling as they examines a bottle? She got me there. I'm gently interested in trying some. Even just a little. While Hanako may not be handling one herself, her look does tell me that she's far from opposed to the notion as well. Lily rubs her forehead, giving up the fight that she knows the kid would win due to simply not caring enough about those funny rules and regulations. I'll be right back. Just don't breathe a word of this to anyone in the school, please, I beg of you. I'm not stupid, don't worry. That said, I gotta get back to work pretty soon. So soon, but you've only just arrived. Sorry, Lily, good to see you two again, though, and you, Hisao. See you later then. Goodbye, Akira. levers herself up with a gun and walks out of the room, leaving us alone with the 2 items on the table. Interesting. Lily gives a nervous giggle at her sister's antics as Hanako takes a wine bottle. Dun dun, so, no 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 no. What do you think, Lily? She rests her elbow on the table and pinches the bridge of her nose. Thinking things through, she really doesn't seem to be able to keep up with her sister. Well, it's already here. We may as well have some. That was perfect music for this. Why'd you stop? No sooner does she say it than I take a quick glance around the room for glasses. Oh no. A small groan above me reminds me that Lily retired to rest on her bed for a few minutes ago. Almost completely drained of energy, I managed to stand up and drag myself to the side of the bed, sitting down and leaning my back against it. Good God! Lily's groan sounds lifeless. Too much to drink? My head hurts. Yeah, too much to drink. I rest my head back and idly stare at the ceiling. Dude, now I know how it feels to be drunk. Everything goes all blurry, whatever. What an unmitigated disaster. Like proper idiots, we all drank the night away with one glass after another. Hanako simply fell to the side to sleep. It's a miracle I don't feel as ill as Lily. Hey, Hisao. Sorry about today. I didn't think this would happen. It's fine, Lily. To tell the truth, I had a lot of fun today. Really? I think Hanako did too. No, she certainly did. There's a short silence before another groan resounds from the supine Lily. You okay? As I said, I just drank too much. What's the time? The time? It's... I quickly look at my wristwatch. Its number was barely legible in the gloom. About midnight. Curfew's in effect then. Yeah, guess as much. We'll have to sleep here for tonight. As soon as I say it, I hear the sheets moving as Lily starts to sit up. Hanako? No, go back to sleep. Don't try to get up. Hisao, I have to... You're in worse shape than me by any stretch. Get some rest. But what about... I'll grab some spare blankets and pull them over her. Don't worry. As I give a deep yawn and stand to retrieve them, I hear her lie down with a soft thud. Thank you, Hisao. No problem. It's the least I can do. You look outright wasted. I'm not wasted. Just a little bit tired. She starts pouting. A slight slur begins to distort her word as the alcohol takes hold of her again. I grab a couple of blankets rolled up at the end of her bed. Quietly walking over to Hanako, I carefully lay the blankets over her peacefully sleeping figure, making sure not to wake her up. The thick smell of alcohol coming off her breath makes me doubt she'd wake up no matter what I did, though. I stand and take one last measure of the room. 2 girls, both very drunk, and 1 guy sleeping overnight with them in the female student's dorm. What a scandal that'd be if it broke out. As I move to sit back down at the side of the bed, I steal one last glance at Lily. Her sprawling, disheveled figure lies resting peacefully, slightly turned to the side. I crouch down to get a better look. Hisao, you perv. No. Her white skin blends in with the white pillow of the bed, a look of slumber-born peacefulness on her face. That does not look like Lily. Comfort. Usually she seems so confident and forward, always there and caring for Hanako. Now that she seems painfully delicate. I think back to Hanako's presence. I thought it'd be a nice occasion for her, but I'd hardly expected it to be so moving. One birthday another, year after year. Just she and Lily, all alone. I guess it wasn't just the presence she liked. Resigning myself to an uncomfortable sleep, I sit down at the side of the bed once again and rest my tired arms beside me. Hey, Hisao? Lily's voice is so quiet I can barely hear it. She must be on the verge of sleep. Yeah? Thank you. Wait. Arthur noticed her cheeks blushed a little bit. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you? For what? For being here. That's okay. As I hear a deep breath, it's obvious Lily's gone to sleep. After closing my eyes, it didn't take too long for slumber to take me as well. I can't wait for such a scandal. The newspaper's gonna be like, scandal, scandal! Transfer boy, Hisao Nakai. I'm just kidding. Hisao? Are you? The soft, barely audible voice lingering in my ears slowly wakes me. I wish I could be awoken like this more often. With a mumble, I slowly open my... Whoa! Ah! Jesus! Thinking about the size of her face, hovering curiously mere millimeters from mine, make our heads collide with a harsh thud. The impact of our foreheads caused both of us to fall backwards in the open pain. This sounds more like a squeak toy than a person. Ow! 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 I slowly rub my forehead with one hand, supporting myself with the other. Lily lies a few feet ahead, just doing the same, her face obviously pained. Ah, sorry, your face was kinda close and I acted on reflex. You okay? My head. It seems she's not actually okay, come to think of it. I thought that the impact alone is what causing her head so much pain. Hangover? You drank a fair bit last night. She silently nods in confirmation as I lever myself up. I offer a hand to her and help her back under a sheet. Glancing behind her, I find that Hanako's still fast asleep. It's not fair. I only drank as much as you did. It's very different from what I remember. And anyway, girls have a lower tolerance than men. That doesn't help. Fine, I'll get you a glass of water. Just be careful not to trip over Hanako. I would sleep out of my eyes, or at least some of it, as I walk to the counter, pretending that someone with a hangover isn't the way I like to spend the morning. It only takes a few seconds for the glass to fill, clear water reflecting the silver of light that makes it through the thin curtains. Looks like Lillys taking a seat on the side of the bed. I walk over to her while taking care to step over the peacefully sleeping Hanako, and place the glass in her outstretched hand. We haven't had a decision in such a long time. I have this thinking chart here. Anyway, no problem. I take a seat next to the soft bed, having a surprising amount of give. She drinks slowly and methodically, long silent passing of only Hanako's soft breathing to be heard. With some measure of guilt, I look at Lee's face and attempt to read her expression. Her brow is furrowed, and she looks to be lost in thought. For a moment I hesitate, but eventually place a hand on her shoulder in an attempt to reassure her. I expect her to flinch rather noticeably at that, though. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to. Lily quickly shakes her head, in a manner somewhat more violent than usual for her. She takes a long breath to steady herself before letting her head sink. I must look terrible right now. I moved to protest, but quickly realized that it would be futile to do so. That said, I want her to open up more. If you want to talk about anything, I'm here. Lily gives a self-deprecating snort as if to mock her own emotions. There's just a lot happening right now. I'm sorry being so strange recently, especially back when we were in town. Even now I'm a bit confused about everything. Believe me, I know how that feels. She smiles, wistfully resting a cheek on the back of her fingers. We're a couple of broken young fools, aren't we? Come on now, don't say that. Come graduation, we'll be back out into the real world. The real world. Real world. Sometimes I surprise myself with the way I think about things. I guess it's strange. The forced feeling of Yamaku and the surrounding towns compared to the outside world still hasn't become natural. Maybe it never will. It's strange in hindsight. Being isolated from society like this doesn't feel as bad as it probably should. A wry grin on her face, Lily seems to share the same sense of amusement at the idea. Eventually, though, her smile drops. I'll be going back to Scotland for a week or two soon. Is that why we had to reschedule Hanako's birthday party? She gives an affirmative nod. You'll be able to see your family again, at least. Not looking forward to it? I haven't met my family in 6 years. I won't even know how to act around them anymore. Wait, what? My mouth hangs open as I try to process what she said. If she's 18, that means she'd only been 12 when he left. I may have seen very little of my parents, what with them both working long hours, but I feel utterly useless as I struggle to find some way to respond. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm sorry I cut it on a really tense moment. But why? Why did they leave, or why are they inviting Akira and me back? Both, I suppose. My father's business has its headquarters in Scotland, and an executive position became available for him there. In the end, he had to move permanently. What? My mother followed him, but Akira and I stayed in Japan for the sake of both Akira's job within the Japanese branch of my father's company and my education. As for the latter, one of my aunts is gravely sick. I'm sorry. Don't be. It feels strange, really. We're being summoned there for her, yet we've barely met before. I can't even remember the sound of her voice. Equally thing is the lack of antipathy she feels towards her family for doing such a thing. I can't help but feeling slightly humbled. That said, her wistful exterior is just hiding her emotions. Seeing her like this is depressing. Knowing what to do, I lift myself off the bed. Lily noticed the bed movements, her head poking up and her hand reached sideways to feel where I was. Hisao? I walk over to my bag, still leaning against the wall, unbuckling the front flap and retrieving the opaque bag from within. I take the small plain box in my hand. Hold your hands out, Lily. She looks surprised for a moment, but eventually acquiesces. Don't know what that says. I'm amused by her. Boy, it's the box. Anyway, I'm amused by her look of curiosity when I place the music box into her open palms. Her typically delicate way of handling it makes it seem as if fragile enough to break if breathed on. She wordlessly brings it in front of her face, her slender fingers filling out its contours and patterning. Eventually, her fingers find the recessed line between the lid and the body of the box, and her thumb effortlessly plucks open the lid. As you can see on the bed next to her, watching her face silently and intently. She just sits completely motionless as she listens to the diminutive tiny melody, her mouth just slightly open. It takes a long while before she closes the lid with a small snap, bringing the curtain down on the miniature performance playing in her hands. Smile on her face, gentle and wistful, shows that I made the right decision. Think of it as a going away present for you for your trip to Scotland. I will. I restfully shuffling can be heard from the floor in front of us, the sound having woken Hanako. She climbs out of the blankets I put over her, looking befuddled and wiping the sleep from her eyes. I see you're finally up. What? Hanako looks around the room with her eyes only half open, her mind far from being as awake as her body. Her dazed state makes me and Lily chuckle. Why does she have 3 pockets? What the heck? Too many pockets. As Lily gets off the bed and turns to Hanako, I take one last look around the room. I guess I'd better get going then. There'll be questions if I'm seen leaving the girls' dormitories in the morning. Goodbye, Hisao. Oh, goodbye. I stand and walk to the door, picking up my somewhat lighter bag along the way. After I leave the room and enter the hallway, though, I hear Lily's footsteps behind me. What's wrong? Without a word, she strides up to me. I freeze as I feel her hand slide onto my cheek, seemingly every nerve taking in the feeling of her fingers and palms upon it. Immediately after, her face slowly moves next to mine, a light momentary touch of her lips brushing against my other cheek. For a moment, everything seems to stand still. I absentmindedly bring my fingers to my cheek as if trying to recapture that fleeting feeling. I feel like I would do that in real life if this ever happened. Lily. That's my thank you, Hisao. Thank you? For your present. Have a nice day in school. And with that, she disappears behind the door and gently closes it. The muffled voices of her and Hanako audible, though, through it as much as they were yesterday night. I think it'd be a hard press not to have a nice day after that. I walk away with a certain spring to my step. I think there were some people around that glanced at me emerging from the ghost dormitory building, but I find it difficult to care. No. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful moment. And I really liked it. We're finally getting to some interesting stuff. He-chan! Go away. He-chan! Me alone. Come on, He-chan. Let me sleep. After 2 nights of not being able to sleep at all, the last thing I want is to be woken when I finally manage to. Maybe the last period of class with a textbook as my pillow, but I'll take whatever sleep I can get by this point. See, He-chan, even C-chan wants you to get up. I don't care what Shizune wants. Leave me alone. Geez, He-chan, I'll just have to wait, watch me just going to... You. This is bad. I'm up, don't you dare have to. I can feel my face flowering to a scarlet red blush. The students still in class sitting bolt upright and staring at the shouting fool who was sleeping just moments before. Damn it. I let my head smack down back on the table with a noticeable thud. Wahahaha. Misha's trademark uncontrolled laughter reverberates through the classroom. As I turn my mournful eyes to the bespectacled Shizune beside her, she carefully adjusts her glasses, despite trying to maintain a look of serious disapproval. Narrowing my eyes, I can see the badly hidden grin spreading across her face. Eat too, Shizune. Shizune quickly looks away as she crosses her arms tightly, barely on the edge of her control. Wahahaha! Mrs. laughing doubles the volume as she glances at Shizune. All I can do is drag my hand down my face in resignation. You two. Who was the one who slept in class, He-chan? Yeah, it was me. Poor He-chan was having a fit trying to wake you up, aren't you? No. I move my eyes back to the standoffish Shizune, who with a single huff of confirmation returns to looking away with her arms crossed. Why was Shizune trying to wake me up? Shi-chan wanted to give you the handouts the substitute teacher gave out while He-chan was sleeping. Handouts? I suddenly find 2 sheets of paper just down in front of my face. I follow the hand holding them. I see the still pouting figure looking down at me with a distinct scowl. I guess I really am in the wrong here. Sorry about that. No dice, her irritated face still holds. I clasp my hands together and flick my head downwards in apology. Very, very sorry. Gomennasai. I'm just kidding. She huffs and simply drops the papers on the desk. Damn. I look up over my hands to see Shizune and Misha signing frantically to each other, a look of frustration on Shizune's face. It looks to be less of a dialogue and more of a tirade, punctuated with sidelong glances at me. To say it unsettling is an understatement. The two suddenly stop signing and look at me in unison. Whoa, what the heck is that? Unison, both having exactly the same look of disapproval. In one fluid motion, Misha's hand suddenly extends high above me and comes rocketing down. Before I can even hope to react, my head is sent bouncing up and down like a jack in the box. I quickly bring my hands to my head, more out of reflex than actual pain. Ow! What was that for? No. I open my eyes to grinning at each other while exchanging an enthusiastic thumbs up. Shi-chan says she forgives you now, He-chan. Could you forgive me with a little less force next time? My voice actually cracked while doing that. I look at the two with a blank face. Misha and Shizune 1, Hisao 0. Also, he just says that you should check your student mail more often. She produces a bright yellow envelope and hands it over with an exuberant grin. Strange, who could have written me a letter? Now is not the time, most definitely not the place to find out though. We know who that is. Giving up on a nap so cruelly stolen from me, I rub my forehead and slowly get up, putting the sheet and envelope in my bag before swinging it over my shoulder. I take a step back and move to depart with a small bow while Misha clutches her sides laughing and Shizune nods back in a cut farewell. I join the flow of students exiting the open door and turn the corner to the hallway, only to end up face to face with Hanako. Whoa! Hey Hanako. Good afternoon, Hisao. Sorry, I'm gonna save this right here and end the episode here, cause I really don't know, and I've recorded like at least 5 parts so far. So this is the last episode. Bye for today, which is the 5th.